Spirit, one God. Amen. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's program. We are here located at George Mason University to attend an event by the campus ministry held here. You can see back there, they are holding it currently, and we're going to be able to join them in a minute. This event is going to be the last one. They're meeting up for the last time for this specific semester. So it's a special one. I hope you guys will enjoy it. But just to give you a little bit of background about the campus ministry itself. Across the United States, the campus ministry stands as a beacon of faith, education, and community for students navigating the formative years of their lives. With a presence in over 19 locations, from the bustling cities of New York and Los Angeles to the serene campus of Virginia and Minnesota, and the virtual classes across the nation, the ministry fosters a profound connection between faith and academia. The campus ministry is more than a place, it's a movement. With dedicated centers in locations like the University of Maryland, George Mason University, and Washington State University in Seattle, it offers students a home where faith and learning intersect. At the heart of the campus ministries lies its robust educational programs, from high school students learning about modernity and orthodoxy to college students delving into biblical studies, dogmatic theology, and Christian ethics. The ministry's curriculum nurtures both spiritual and intellectual growth. In the pre-college program, Campus Ministries provides high school students guidance through foundational topics such as faith and spirituality, the youth and Christianity, and leadership development, helping them prepare for the life inside and outside academia. In colleges, the journey deepens with comprehensive studies in areas like church sacraments, hagiography, Mariology, and the timeless wisdom of the Ge'ez language. The campus ministry doesn't just teach, it inspires action. From apostolic service to leadership training, students are equipped to make meaningful contributions to their communities, carrying forward a legacy of compassion, wisdom, and faith. Rooted in faith and driven by a mission to serve, the campus ministry transforms lives, one student, one campus, and one community at a time. It's an organization here at the George Mason University. We submitted a request and they granted the request to hold a religious organization here at the university, and this is specifically for the campus ministry. In Amharic it's called Gibi Guwai. So they gave us a room here that you see behind us, and we're renting the room for the time being so that we can all gather around and have this event. So I really hope you guys will stay with us until the end. Thank you.
President here at George Mason MK Campus Ministry. And basically what we do is we have other leaderships that work with us as well. So we do events, we have like the MK classes, we do weekly online MK classes. and in-person events as well. So kind of build sense of community and fellowship with students here at Mason.
My name is Naomi, and I serve as the Vice President at the George Mason Campus Ministry. I'm also involved in other Mabra Concern services, and the main thing that I do here is facilitating the classes as well as the events that we have, making sure we have like the sermon, making sure we have the rooms, making sure we have food, reminding people that the event is actually happening so we have a good attendance at our events, and just filling any niches that are necessary.
I guess what inspired like the start or the need for like a campus ministry here at Mason is because there are a lot of Ethiopians and Orthodox, so there's a huge community here that could take advantage of this opportunity. And there were people who saw the need and wanted to take the initiative to bring that part of MK here to the Mason community. So I feel like, yeah, that's the start.
What drew me to the campus ministry here at George Mason University was the tight bond community that it formed, but on top of that was the opportunity to get reconnected back to Christ. As somebody who's been in and out of the church frequently, I was looking for a community on campus where I can actually grow, develop, and hone in my sense of understanding of Christ. And MK Campus Ministry actually provides that opportunity for me.
What drew me to the campus ministry here at George Mason was being able to find people in a community here, people who have the same goals and aspirations as me, especially spiritually, to kind of draw me closer to Christ and also help them as well. Not only for myself, but also just create a community and just be able to grow together and understand each other without feeling like I don't have anyone around me, especially at college, because I do know people fall into sort of the worldly desires and like the fleshly temptations, but having a community with people who have the same goals and Christ-driven aspirations is what I was looking for, and the campus ministry sort of just gave that to me.
And what drew me to the ministry is my mom. She used to be in the ministry when she was in college as well, and she would tell me stories about what events she did and how like the community really helped her. And she's still friends with the people that she knew back then, so that I wanted that type of sense of community as well.
So what drew me to the campus ministry at George Mason was my parents had been a part of Mabra Kudusan when they were at university in Ethiopia, and the friends that they made and the people I know that also partake in Mabra Kudusan, like the organization, just their service there inspired me to continue and at least see what Mabra Kudusan has to offer. I actually was invited to the very first event that the GMU Campus Ministry had from a friend of mine, and I really enjoyed it. And it was one of the reasons why I actually chose to go to George Mason as well.
So what drew me to the campus ministry at Mason was wanting a sense of community where I can be myself. And as someone that didn't grow up with much religious parents, I wanted to learn more about God and be surrounded with people who are strong in their faith and learning more about the faith.
The way this campus ministry journey has been for me so far, and like how it's impacted me, was it's allowed me to go back and start taking more of my relationship with God seriously, from doing Bible studies to communion to all these different things that allows us to be in service to God, but also in service to our community, and allowing me to form a much closer relationship with God, which is very essential.
This campus ministry has helped me in so many ways. Being at college, like giving me the community I need. I met so many people, and just like going to them, like having a little Bible study when I'm feeling overwhelmed, or just like wanting to get my mind off of things, like getting to get coffee with certain people here and just praying over each other, just giving me that fellowship and community that I really needed at college. Even though I'm away from family, doesn't mean that I don't have my own family here. People who I can grow in Christ together and just help each other out.
It has impacted my spiritual life by helping me learn new things. We have classes every Thursday online, and we always learn new things, and there's new topics to discuss. And like today, we had discussion. We went around the table and talked about certain questions, and it's really insightful to see like other people's perspectives and learn things they learned in their life.
So the way this campus ministry has impacted my spiritual and academic life is that growing up, I've always been a part of the Sunday school at my church, and I've always served, and I've always loved serving. But as I grew older, I kind of felt like I could do more outside of like being a mezamra and also like teaching. I wanted to do something that had a bigger impact, especially like amongst my peers. So basically, it just kind of helped me grow my spiritual service and also just focus my spiritual growth on myself and worry less about, you know, just like going to church and just doing like the outwardly service, and help me focus on myself and my spiritual growth. And academically, it's helped me with management because I'm also a part of the leadership here. So like I always have to be on top of things and plan ahead for like events and make sure that I can put my best foot forward. So I have to keep up with all my other classes, make sure I'm on top of that as well. So yeah.
The campus ministry has impacted my spiritual life and my academic journey because I feel more confident in myself after becoming friends with people who are close in their faith, and seeing how someone who's close with their faith is kind and kind-hearted and very, very non-judgmental to others. Being confident in myself impacted my academic journey because has impacted my academic life by being more confident and getting more better grades by that.
One of my favorite events that we've been able to host at the MK Campus Ministry here at George Mason University was the Little Church series, which is both Volume 1 and Volume 2. So where we had opportunity to speak to people who are married who met here at MK Campus Ministry and have found their significant other, their husbands, their now wives, and talk about that experience and what does it look like from a relationship, a godly relationship, marriage perspective. And that's something very unique, especially in this day and age when everybody's out here trying to find somebody, find their significant other, but there's too much information, misleading information out there. Having that community and having this that program allowed us to get a better understanding of people who've been through the struggles, and allows us to basically implement those principles into our lives as we seek to pursue that path.
My favorite event was the Last Supper event we did last semester. We had like feet washing and we learned about the Last Supper, and it was really fun and insightful. Build a sense of community, because the people here are really kind, and when a new person comes, they encourage them to talk more and participate, and they take their time to talk to them and make them feel welcome. And we also discuss about our weeks, like something good that happened in a week, something bad, and something we're looking forward to. So that helps build the community.
My favorite memory here has been the first event I attended, because when I first came, I was very nervous. I was like, oh, everybody probably knows each other. I was like shaking, like so nervous. But everybody was so welcoming. Like they literally welcomed me with their arms. I met so many people. I got to hang out, meet people, and also like understand the sermon really well, which was really nice. And like the questions I got to ask, it was like we were a family in the community already. Like I just met them 5 minutes ago, but we're acting like we're been friends since we grew up together. And I just really loved it. And ever since then, I've been very drawn into coming here, more excited to serve and kind of just understand and listen to these sermons.
So the way the campus ministry builds community is for this semester, how we designed it was we have meetings every other Tuesday from starting at 6 p.m. and we do like kind of discussion based and like panel, like fellowship kind of thing. Like we have had guests who were previously a part of Mawrid Kudusan and their experiences, like whether it be their experience in college and how they dealt with it and how Mawrid Kudusan helped, or like relationships, just and also just like learning about service in general and just having that fellowship. And we have online classes every Thursday for the actual like course content of Mahabara Kudusan, like the campus ministry and what that has to offer. So we essentially have been trying to build a community through these in-person meetings and just trying to initiate conversations that are God-centered and basically have people think more about how to incorporate God within their daily life.
My favorite events from the campus ministry at Mason was attending events from last fall semester, where every meeting, at the beginning of the meeting, we used to have a discussion around the room, and everyone would say their rose and bud about their week, where they say for the rose it's what good happened in their week, and for the bud it's what they hope happens later on the week or later on in their life, however long that is. And I felt more connected with everyone by that.
This campus ministry was formed because we wanted to create a community for the youth who are attending universities in this country to get connected to their faith and have connections to the church, because we do have some people who live on campus or due to cultural differences or language barriers who can't access classes or communities that are spiritual based when they're in college. So we started this campus ministry so that those people can have communities. And recently, we've actually been inviting high school students as well. And that has been inspiring them to come to Mason, apply to Mason, and join our community. The role that campus ministry plays in guiding students' faith is mainly due to the theology classes that we teach. They get to be a participant in the classes that are mandated by the Holy Synods. We offer a 4-year-long classes, which most of the classes focus on basic theology concepts like the pillars of the church, the sacraments of the church, and just basic concepts that a Christian should understand. So the main benefit that they get is by getting a deeper understanding into the church. But as I mentioned, they also gain a community that is like-minded and who encourages them to grow in their faith as well as other aspects of their lives.
So basically, part of it is like building up the fellowship and community and like having accountability partners and a sense of community to come to. And we also like to spark dialogue about like different conversations about Christianity and faith and taking part of sacramental life. And we also used to we have deacons that come here and talk to the people and match people with confession fathers so that they could start their journey in sacramental life as well. So basically, it's strengthening each person in their individual pursuit of God by strengthening them as a community. So to start a campus ministry, it's part of like a student organization in the university. So here at Mason, you need like a faculty advisor and like at least like 7 members that could serve as like part of the leadership. And after that, it's very easy to actually start a student organization at your local college, wherever you are. And then the rest of it, MK would be there to support you along the way as well. So I think it's very easy.
So students can get involved in a campus ministry that's already at their university, such as the George Mason campus ministry that we have. We actually just put out a QR code that's also going to be in our social media, in which if people are interested in either coming or joining the leadership, they can contact us or DM us on Instagram. And we'll be very happy to work with them, to have them join our classes or have them be involved in the leadership. And if students don't have a campus ministry at the university that they attend, it's very easy to create a new religious organization at any university, I can say. You actually get a lot of funding and a lot of support. So if you are interested, I highly recommend that you reach out to Mahabara Kudusan. And you're going to get support both from your university as well as Mahabara Kudusan to do so.
The campus ministry provides open source community and just open-minded people who are here, welcoming, and will take you no matter what your faith value is, whether you are going through issues, whether you already know Christ, or you're somebody who's looking to get back into the church, serve, or many different things. It's a community where you can actually be yourself and learn more about God and how believing and leading your life through God, you know, putting your trust and your faith in Him through all trials and tribulations in life. It's a community that actually engages, prospers, and is actually actively supporting of such.
The campus ministry, there's a lot of things. Like, you meet people here, and it's like people that really resonate with you, like, especially spiritually. Like, I know in college everybody fears like, oh, it's all about partying and like all these worldly things. But there's a lot of people like you as well. And here at Mahabara Kadusan on campus, like, it's people just like you who want to find people like you as well. So like, they're looking for more people to become friends with and sort of just understand each other, going out and hanging out, doing a little Bible study, or just making your own friendships and growing together is very important. And I've seen that here, even though I just joined this year. And I've already met so many people, and I've done so many amazing things with them. So it's very important, and I love it.
I think the campus ministry builds a sense of community with everyone because they are kind, and I think being able to hear everyone out, even as someone who's starting their spiritual journey, they've been kind, everyone has been open-hearted and shared their vulnerability in meetings like today and every other meeting that we've had.
I would like to say that, especially as campus students, like we should be very active in like church life and service, because like these days are like the days that matter the most, the days where we could do a lot with like a lot of blessings we have in our life. So reorienting that to the church and giving back, it's gonna have like it's gonna bless us both with earthly and like spiritual blessings, as well as also bring other people to the community, which is, I think, a very important thing we can do.
I will say, I really advise for people who are our age, who are like in their late teens or early 20s, to not stray away from the church, because you have to remember that the church is like a hospital, and people who are very likely to stray away from church are usually young people, because there's a lot of temptations, there's a lot of things that you can do with your time, but it's very important to spend time in the church, and whatever service that you can provide, make sure that you do that with the resources that you
Thank you all for joining and tuning in until this time. This concludes the event for today. We really hope you guys enjoyed and learned about the campus ministry. This is just one example. We have multiple campus ministries around the DMV as well as around the nation. So if you are interested to learn more about campus ministries in general, or have a specific question like do we have a campus ministry at a specific location at a specific university, just use the information that you see below. Contact us. We will let you know. And if you are interested in starting a campus ministry at Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church under Mahabara Kadusan, you are more than welcome to use the information below as well, and we are going to connect you with the right people. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day.